Welcome to the Tower Yoga Podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of yoga and community. Come along with us as we explore the transformative power of yoga, share insights, and inspire one another on this journey of life. I'm Kellee Williams, and I'm your host and the co-founder of Tower Yoga. Thank you for joining our yoga community. Hello, welcome back to the Tower Yoga Podcast. In today's episode, we will explore the powerful concept of Sankalpa. With the new year just around the corner, this is the perfect time to reflect on what truly matters and how we want to align our energy moving forward. Sankalpa, a practice rooted in yogic philosophy, can be a guiding light for creating meaningful change in your life, not just for the year ahead, but in every moment. So grab a cup of tea, settle into a comfortable seat, and let's dive in. First, what is a Sankalpa? Sankalpa is a Sanskrit word that translates to heartfelt desire or sacred vow. Unlike resolutions, which often come from a sense of lack or the need to fix something, a Sankalpa arises from a deep connection to your own inner truth. It's not about achieving something external. It's about aligning with your highest self. So there can be external desires and goals, things that you have, but the Sankalpa itself is about aligning with your highest self, becoming as authentic as possible so that you can become the person who does those things, who achieves those goals. So traditionally, Sankalpa is used in yoga nidra or meditation practices as a powerful seed planted in the fertile ground of your mind. And if you listened to the Metamorphosis episode, you know that wintertime is kind of like that egg phase, or that where the seed is lying dormant, where the growth and change is starting to happen already, but very invisibly. And then if you listened even to the episode before, the winter solstice, the winter solstice is a powerful time to set intentions, and Sankalpa now is that thing that helps us achieve, or those intentions to become manifest in our lives. So Sankalpa is a short, positive statement that reflects your innermost values and purpose, often phrased in the present tense. If you're familiar with any of Louise Hay's affirmations or that kind of thing, things are in the present tense. So for instance, I am whole, I embody courage, I nurture peace within myself and others. A Sankalpa isn't a goal, it's an affirmation of who you already are at your core. And so you might be wondering, because I kind of got into that difference between the intention and Sankalpa, but you might be needing a little bit more to really see that where it differentiates more clearly. And so the two are definitely related. They're not quite the same though. An intention is a mental focus or aim for a specific moment or practice or goal. For instance, you might set an intention at the start of your yoga practice to practice patience or to stay present. A Sankalpa, on the other hand, is a broader, more profound commitment to live in alignment with your deepest truth. So it's less about what you do and more about who you are innately. So think of an intention as the steps you take. It's like the inspired action, while a Sankalpa is the compass guiding you on your journey. It's your filter that you're viewing things from intentionally. So when you think about these Sankalpas and they're being said in the present tense, they do need to be authentic. They do need to be something that's true. So why does Sankalpa matter for the new year? The new year is traditionally a time for resolutions. But let's be honest, how many of those resolutions stick? How many of us get not even that far away from the new year, but into spring and reflect back and go, oops, I'm slipping? How many of us get to summer and go, what was that? How many of us get to, the end of the year and think, well, might need to set that resolution again? Often resolutions, they're driven by external pressures or outside influences or desire to fix ourselves, and a Sankalpa offers a gentler, more sustainable approach. There's this like quote I've heard before that small steps become big journeys in the end. And it's so true. With a Sankalpa, instead of focusing on what's wrong, a Sankalpa will focus on what's already right within you and helps you amplify that. It shifts the focus from doing to being. So, for example, instead of resolving to, make those gains or lose those pounds, your Sankalpa could be, I honor and care for my body. And so when you're doing that, when you're honoring and caring for your body, then in being in that, then usually, right, those desired effects or goals, even if it's not what you've pictured in your mind, you get a little closer to that naturally. Instead of resolving to work harder this next year, your Sankalpa might be, I work as hard as I can. So this shift creates space for growth that feels natural. It can feel deeply fulfilling. And here are some tips to help set your Sankalpa for the new year. So one thing would be to grab your journal and reflect on your values, your core values. Think about it. What truly matters to you? Write down what truly matters to you. And then you could also think about, when do you feel most aligned with your purpose, or when do you feel the most fulfilled? Think about that and write that down. So your Sankalpa can be born from that. Again, it should be short and clear and phrased in that present tense. So for example, it could be, I embody peace, or I live with courage. You'll want to feel it in your body. So when you think about your Sankalpa, it should resonate deeply. You might feel a sense of expansion in your heart, or a calmness in your mind, a sense of peace rush through your body. It's definitely something that you want to feel, and that's only going to happen if it is authentic, if it genuinely is a core value. Getting right with that, I can't stress enough on how important that is, because you can say these present tense I am statements all day, all night, and it's not going to work if it's not authentic. That is very kind of like old school sort of manifestation thinking. And this is, well, even older school. It's ancient techniques that help us align with our truth, our authenticity, our highest self, so much that these goals that we have for ourselves happen much more naturally and organically. So ways to integrate it into your life, into your practices, rather than just setting and forgetting, right? You can repeat your Sankalpa when you wake up in the morning. You can repeat it silently to yourself during a meditation. You can even, kind of reflect on it in Shavasana or before you go to bed at night. The thing really here is to trust the process. Remember, a Sankalpa is not about achieving, it's about aligning. So trust that living in harmony with your Sankalpa will naturally bring about transformation. The things that you're calling in, the things that you would love to see realized in your life, they're much more likely to happen if you're aligning yourself in that direction. So as you move into the new year, I invite you, and I'm inviting myself too, to let go of resolutions, to create and stick with intentions, but embrace the power of Sankalpa to get you there. Let it be your guiding light, your anchor, and your reminder of who you are at your core. at your highest and truest self. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey. Feel free to share your Sankalpa with us on Instagram. You can share it if you're not on socials with us in person, of course, or you can email us. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking to deepen your Sankalpa, then get some friends on board. Get some accountability buddies. You can send this podcast episode to them and then maybe even do your journaling together. Set your Sankalpas together. All right. Well, until next time, may you live with clarity, courage, and connection.
Thanks again for listening in and joining our yoga community. If it so resonates, please share this episode with a friend. Remember, the inner light of awareness within me honors the inner light of awareness within you. Until next time, stay grounded, stay present, and keep flowing with grace.